Yes.
Yes.
Are you going to tape this for future use, either on video or record?
Well, I have a lot of tape machines at home. I know I'm taping it. You know,
No,
yes.
we are going to tape it for HBO, we think.
Yeah, I think that that's already
Home booze office.
a foregone conclusion.
I'm the straight man, don't I?
Even if we hadn't made a deal, or people had made a deal with one of the outlets, we probably would have taped it anyway for our own files. Because we may never see this again.
Yep.
Particularly him on the end, we may never see him.
Sandy?
Yes.
You three guys, sometimes called the Rat Pack. How do you feel about the term now that it's been a few years since it was first applied, and how did it come about?
Oh, that's the end of the question. Was a very good point. I was going to bring that up, by the way, before anybody used that stupid phrase again.
It's now...
The Rat Pack was made of Humphrey Bogart, who started it all, and several other people who lived in the small area here in Beverly Hills. And they decided that they would be called the Rat Pack. And then one day somewhere, Sammy opened his big mouth that we were members of the Rat Pack, and that's what happened. That's really what started the whole thing. We've never discussed a term for the three of us.
And now it's a little mice trap. Nothing at all. It's just three guys together, and Shirley MacLaine was with us. She was the only rat we knew.
You guys don't feel that the term really does apply to you?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
When you ask a question, you always look at him. What the hell's the matter with me, huh? Don't I look good?
You look great.
Do I look bad?
For this hour of the morning, you look fairly good.
Ruth.
Ruth?
What kind of prices do you charge? Not Las Vegas prices.
No. Let me put it this way. The reason for the tour is for the people to see us. And the tickets will be priced so that the people can afford to see us. Not those kind of prices they charge in Vegas, because they don't have tables in these places where we're going to work. Do we?
Top price around the country, the highest price is $40.
$40 is the top price.
Will be the highest price.
Yes.
Steve?
Well, I sing most of the songs.
That's a good question. We
And
haven't
they
yet
dance.
had a meeting about who's going to do what. We got to figure that out. But it works out usually.
I always go out first, and I start them laughing, and then they continue laughing when these two guys sing.
I think if you got a sense, if you saw Frank and myself at the Greek, you got a sense of what's going to happen, but adding the other ingredient, the ingredient called Dean Martin, you know. Now, that kind of thing goes back in history theatrically for us, back to 1960 in Vegas. But now with the songs and everything else, but mostly what we're going to try to do is have a mitzvah. I don't know if you understand that. And from your looks, I would say you don't understand it. But that's what we want to create.
You forgot to say bar.
I'm
Bar
leaving that to you.
mitzvah, that's it.
So that's what we want to create, because we don't think that happens anymore.
Would you put this in my car? Thank you.
Yes.
Will there be other press conferences throughout the tour, and does that bother you? Is that considered a drawback?
What, I didn't...
Press conferences? No, it wouldn't be a drawback.
If we considered it a drawback, we wouldn't be here this afternoon.
But will there be others throughout?
I would think so. I would think so.
I don't know how you can go in some of the cities that we've never played in without meeting members of the press, and gladly. We're not out there to not meet them, and to hide.
I would like to add that regarding the trip, that the beginning of it, which will be, March? March 6th. Yeah, we'll leave here in our town and go through the southern part of the country, over to Washington. Ah, you changed it then. But we go up.
Washington is south.
Look at this,
if you
we're screwed
stand-
up already. This is Make up your mind, fellas. We don't know what to pack.
That was a bad question.
David?
Very good question.
May I?
David? Oh, hold on. Did you want to
Want to go first, David?
No, go ahead.
Thank you. That brings up a good point, though. Can you give us an example? Will it be the old standards, a lot of new stuff?
Well, I'm going to do a medley of Prince's material. I open with Purple Rain, since he's wearing my old outfits.
I'm doing a medley of Frank's old arrangements.
No, we're going to do what the public, of course you do new things. Frank is always including new composers. I find something occasionally to do, but I think basically what has made us survive has been the things that the people feel comfortable with us doing, and subsequently we feel comfortable in doing. You know.
You may be surprised at a little blues. Look at this. He's going to do a trick.
Very good.
You can imagine what fun that'll be on stage.
In my pants, he didn't clean.
Not
Have
bad.
any of you tried to quit smoking?
Yes.
Yeah, about 25 times.
I have tried several times.
Me, I quit every night.
I'll tell you one thing, this is one of the few times I smoke in the daytime. I smoke usually after dinner or a cocktail period. Yeah, that's the time, cocktail period.
I smoke during dinner. I do, yeah.
Go ahead.
Yes.
8 months of mostly one-night stands. It really is kind of a grueling ordeal for
You
anybody.
say 8 months?
He's racing.
Sort of has March through October.
That's
A
right.
long time.
But there's a block period in between.
I thought it was every week.
It will be based in cities along the way and go out from each of those cities during the concert.
But it's kind of a grueling undertaking, no matter what. And you guys certainly don't need the money, I would assume. What is it that makes you willing to go through the ordeal that a project like this obviously entails?
I'll answer that. Do you know that when you retire, in 2 years, you die? Do you know that? Never retire.
He's speaking for himself. Don't include us in that.
They'll be
I
doing
ain't about to retire. I just want to...
They'll be doing 3 weeks in March and 4 weeks in April. I'm sorry, in September.
I think, David, to answer your question really truthfully, we love the business. This is exciting because we've never done it before. And for us to be together for a period of time to perform and do the kind of shows that we like doing now and enjoying each other on stage and off, and knowing that there's an audience out there that have never seen us before.
I'd like to return to the smoking question for a second, if I may.
Did you know you just interrupted me?
I'm sorry.
It's a 2 on the Franklin scale.
Would you believe 1 1/4?
Go ahead.
I was bothered by the smoking. Do you mind at all that kind of image that projects in an age when they're trying to cut down on smoking, especially by kids?
We don't care who smokes. If there's a sign that says no smoking, I won't smoke. But if I don't see a sign, I say, who's spitting?
Actually, we don't, this is a kind of a loose arrangement between you and the 3 of us. We certainly wouldn't do it. I doubt if we would do it on stage or at any other press conferences, but I think...
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to...
We'd hold it down to bottom line, wherever we might...
A minimum.
Minimum.
Ruth?
What kind of orchestra are you gentlemen thinking
The best.
of? I mean,
We have our own orchestra.
About 35 musicians.
Jeff? You guys into this?
You guys started performing together in Vegas, and I noticed you're not playing Vegas together now. Any reasons why?
No, we're playing the ballet.
Yes.
Well, no, the 3 of you together on this tour. Will the 3 of you appear in
No,
Vegas?
because these are all concert places, Jeff. These are all concerts and stadiums and theaters of that nature. So there are no
In other words,
nightclubs.
it's not a week at a time.
But
It's
do you
mostly
think
one
you
night.
will do your thing in Vegas?
I wouldn't be a bit surprised since we're all housed somewhere in the future that lies out there.
Mitchell?
Frank, you had talked from stage about possibly doing this on a train. Why didn't, is that part of it, or why didn't it come about?
It's being discussed.
Why are we not going on the train?
Or are you, or you had talked about it?
Where's that
It's
saying?
being discussed. It's one of the elements that's being put together in the conversation statement.
No, are we going by air or going by train? Oh.
We're going partly by train and partly by air. And we have to get off the train at least in 2 days to take a shower. You know? What happened to Fort Franklin?
Judy?
Yeah.
Somebody quit
Judy?
again.
How many people will be involved?